So Nick, this room is really something on its own. What I have noticed is that if you wanted to watch the fireworks from in here, you could literally stand in one of these windows. Where are we in your house?
You're now in what was originally designed as a saloon or a ballroom for dancing, but before that it was just an entrance hall, and then they took 3 bedrooms out in order to create that amazing ceiling.
Wow. Yeah. And talk us through this ceiling, because it's really special, that is.
Yes, it is. And actually it was quite faded over the years. It was painted in about 1880, and then we restored it in 2013, and a lot of figures and little images that are up there came out of the dust. You know, we took
that you just hadn't seen?
No, not seen. And we were up there with hoovers around the back of the canvas, literally hoovering the dust up. I think we took 22 black poly bags of dust and rubble out from up there.
There must have been a lot of sneezing going on.
There was a lot of sneezing going on.
And it's so stunning up there. And you were saying as well that actually at the event, you and some friends often gather in here because you get such a good view. What goes on? While we're all out there, what goes on in here?
Well, we can sometimes have a really nice dinner in here, and then just as we know it's getting dark, then we just open the doors out that way in the eastern direction and stand on the steps there, and sometimes we even go out on the roof.
I'm going to have to get up on the roof. You heard that here. If you want some dinner, if you want to join Nick, you know where he is now. Thank you very much, Nick.
That's all right.
And Nick, there's some absolutely outstanding paintings in here. Talk me through some of them.
Well, the one we're underneath at the moment is probably the most interesting in this room, because it's the last painting, we think, of Bonnie Prince Charlie. And when there was the King Over the Water exhibition in Scotland a few years ago, we had to take that off the wall and send it up there. Oh, wow. This is him in his 50s, assembling a mythical fleet on the horizon outside Naples in the bay there, ready to retake Scotland. And of course, during Scottish devolution, this became quite an exciting painting because it was the last of Bonnie Prince Charlie.
Wow. And was it going up in price?
It certainly was,
yeah.
And then went clattering down in price when it never happened.
We'll not talk about that bit. And behind you as well is a stunning lady. Who is this?
Yes, this is the Countess of Beauchamp, and she is, I guess, a great aunt of mine. And it's a really unusual statue. There were only 2 full-length statues ever done by Gibson. He was a sculptor. And this would have been done in about 1850. Absolutely beautiful, and obviously at the time it would have been considered to be fairly risque. She is got a pagan sort of headdress on. She has an asp clasp there. She's actually wearing a toga. And strangely, we discovered that about 10 years after this was first sculpted, and as I said, it was only she and Queen Victoria that ever had the full-length Gibson sculptures. They decided, the Victorians, to actually paint this. So this was painted flesh-coloured, and this was, I think, a purple toga, a Roman toga. And then, thankfully, towards the end of the Victorian era, they decided to take all that off, and she's gone back to marble again, which
Thank God. Thanks, Victorians, for ruining her. Thank God we got her back. She is truly beautiful.
Isn't she lovely? And occasionally when we have parties in here, I have to kind of hold her a bit because she wobbles.
Does she?
Yeah.
She sways. Does she have a few too many?
Yeah. And sometimes when we have wedding dinners in here and things, that we cover in garlands of flowers, and she holds flowers very nicely in the gaps here. So she gets adorned and looks fantastic.
Do you know what? I'm going to get out of here because she's putting me to shame. Thank you, Nick.
That's all right.